in my hand. It's going to go right in front of the dog's nose. Very slowly, it comes up right in between my eyes. The second he looks, I say the word. So treat goes right here. You notice I get it really close to his face. Very slowly, I bring it up. Focus. Good boy. Good job. And if you have a small dog, you can get down on your knees and get down to their level. Max is pretty big, so I don't have to bend down too far. Treat goes right in front of his nose. Good boy. Very slowly. And if you have a small dog, you can get down on your knees and get down to their level. Max is pretty big. He can sit, lay down, stand. I don't care what he's doing. Goes right in front of his nose. Good boy. Very slowly. And if you have a small dog, you can get down on your knees and get down to their level. Max is pretty big. He can sit, lay down, stand. I don't care what he's doing. Goes right in front of his nose. That's very slowly. If you have a small dog, you can get down on your knees and get down to their level. Max is pretty big. Sit, lay down, stand. I don't care what he's doing. Goes right in front of his nose. That's very slowly. If you have a small dog, you can get down on your knees and get down to their level. Max is pretty big. Sit, lay down, stand. I don't care what he's doing. Goes right in front of his nose. That's very slowly. If you have a small dog, you can get down on your knees. Max, ready? Max, good boy. Max, focus. He's not looking at me, so. Good boy. Good boy. Max, focus. Good boy. That time he's looking at my eyes. Good. Max, focus. Good. Focus. Not quite. So, I lure. I don't repeat the word, I only say. Step 2 of focus is basically the opposite of what we just did in step 1. So, step 2, the first thing you're going to do is you're actually now going to say the word. So, the first thing you're going to do, we say the word focus. Dog, focus. Now, the next thing that happens is we need to see, does he respond? Does he actually look at us in our eyes? Okay? If he does, okay, so we say the word, and the dog does look at us, yes, then perfect, that's what we want. We give him a treat. Dog, focus, he looks right away, that's a good dog. He responds, yes, we give him a treat. Now, if the dog doesn't respond, we don't get mad. All we do is we make it a little easier and we lure him. So, dog, focus, he doesn't look, I take a treat right in front of his nose and I lure him. He looks at me, good boy, then we actually give him the treat. Okay? So, this is step 2. We say the word, we wait and see if he responds. Dog, focus. Does he respond? Yes? Good job. We reward him, we give him the treat. If he doesn't respond, we say the word, dog, focus. He doesn't look at us. We take a treat, and he didn't respond, we lure him. The second he looks, good boy, and we give him the treat. So we're doing the opposite of step 1. In step 1, we weren't saying the word until the dog was actually doing it. Now, we're starting to ask the dog for the command. Step 3, we start to wean away the treat. Similar to step 2, I say the dog's name, say the word. If he looks at me right away, good, treat. If not, now I give him the hand signal, but no treat in his hand. Once he focuses, then I treat him with the opposite hand. We want to wean away the food lure, right? Max, let's go Max, stand, good boy. Okay, so nothing in his hand. I say the word, Max, focus. He's not looking, so hand signal with nothing in there. Good boy. I treat with the opposite hand. Good boy. Okay, got nothing here for you. Max, focus. He's not looking. Hand signal. Good boy. Treat with the opposite hand. Try one more time. Max, focus. Not quite. Hand signal. Good boy. Treat with the opposite hand. Really important because we want to wean away the food lure. So you use your hand signal to get the dog's attention. Treat with the opposite. So step 3 with focus is very similar to step 2. But now what we're going to do is start weaning away the food as a lure. So step 3 starts off the same way as step 2. We're going to say the word focus. Dog, focus. Does he respond? He responds right away. Yes? Great. Then what you're going to do is you reward him, you give him a treat. Alright? Let's try the other side now. Dog, focus. He doesn't look at us. Responds? No. So what do? Now what we're going to do is we're going to just give him the hand signal. But we have no food. in our hand this time. All this time, the reason that we've been doing this with food in our fingers is we're teaching him a hand signal. We're teaching him to look. So we say the word dog, focus. He doesn't look, no food in our hand, just the hand signal. And by now, because we've practiced step 1 and step 2, he knows what this hand signal is. So he's going to follow the hand signal. The second he responds to the hand signal, that's a good boy, we give him a treat. So step 3 is similar to step 2. The only difference is that if he doesn't respond, we're no longer luring him with food. Now we're just giving him the hand signal as a reminder. All right? So this is step 3 for. So step 4 with teaching a dog to focus is where we start teaching the dog to generalize and to respond to the command no matter where he is. Okay? Because dogs do not generalize naturally. If you've only been practicing this command at home, in the living room, on carpet, when you take the dog out to the beach, let's say, he's not going to have the same level of the command. If you've been inside and you've been on step 3 and the dog's got it down perfect, you say the word, he looks at you right away and you give him a treat, you don't have to lure him, then that means he knows it in that area. But now we need to get the dog to generalize in different places. So we have to practice in different areas. We're going to practice in this order. First, we're going to start off at home, right? Until your dog is at home and can do it perfectly with no distractions. Step 3, we're not going to move on. Once he's perfect at home, we move on to, going outside, somewhere like the front yard. That's a good place to start. Now there's people going by, there's cars, there's more sounds, there's more distractions, okay? Previously, if you've been inside and been doing step 3 and your dog's been responding perfectly, now that you're adding a higher level of distraction, odds are you're going to have to go down to a lower step. All right? We're going to have to practice just like we went inside from step 1 to step 2 and then from step 2 to step 3. Now that we're outside with a higher level of distraction, we want to make sure that the dog always succeeds. So if your dog was previously doing step 3 inside, now that we're outside, if he's not able to do step 3, then that's okay. You might have to go back down to step 2 and practice the way we did in step 2, but now doing it outside in a new environment. Maybe he can't even, he's not even at that level of step 2 in the front yard. That's okay. We go back down to step 1. And now we practice all over again in a higher level of distraction. And we do this until we're in the front yard and we're back to step 3. Once we're back at that level of step 3 in the front yard, we have the distraction again. So then we go to a park, a people park. And now we're at a people park and, okay, we're trying step 3 at the people park because our dog was doing step 3 at home. He was at step 3 in the front yard. We get to a people park and now there's so much distractions, we gotta go back down a step. We gotta go back down to step 2. And then we practice and sure enough, we get back to step 3, and now that he's got step 3 in the park, now we can go to a higher level of distraction. We can go to a dog park, something even higher level, okay? And you can do intermediate steps in between, you could go from front yard to a park to a pet store before a dog park, different distraction levels. But the goal here is that we always want to set up the dog to succeed. And when you up the level of distraction, the environment around them, even though they might be doing the command at a higher level in a lower level of distraction, with a higher level of distraction, you might have to go down to a lower step of the command and practice that until you build back up to the previous level, okay? So keep this in mind that step 4 now is basically teaching the command for the rest of the dog's life. That wherever you are, you try to practice the command. And if your dog isn't getting it with that one step, go to an easier version of the easier version of the command, a previous step, so your dog can succeed.